Household water usage and conservation. Identifying ways to improve your household water usage and save our freshwater supply. Before continuing through the presentation, take the water footprint calculator through the link in the description. When you get your results, keep them pulled up. Household water categories. Your water footprint was determined based on how much water you used in 3 different categories: indoor water, outdoor water, and virtual water. Here are some sources of each. Indoor water sources include toilets, showers, cooking, and washing dishes. Outdoor water sources include lawn and garden care, pools, and car washing. Virtual water sources include driving, electricity, pet care, foods, plastics, cans and metals, and clothing. So why is water conservation important anyway? Well, the Earth has a very limited supply of fresh water, which is the supply of water that plants, animals, and humans need to survive. About 70% of our planet is water, but only about 2.5% of all of that is fresh water, and only about 1% of that water is easily accessible. Much of our freshwater supply is stored in glaciers and snowfields, making it almost impossible to access. This means that it is extremely important for us to use our water carefully and consciously. So let's look at some ways to do that. Indoor water. Indoor water is the water we use for things like cooking, bathing, using the bathroom, and washing laundry. Here are some ways to conserve indoor water. Don't run faucets excessively. When washing dishes by hand, fill up the sink or a tub to wash them instead of keeping the faucet running the whole time. Turn the water off when brushing your teeth. Take a shower instead of a bath. Treat baths as a luxury. A bath uses about 35 to 50 gallons of water, while a 5-minute shower uses about 10 to 25 gallons. Take a shorter shower. Try to keep your showers at or under 5 minutes. The longer the shower, the more water you use. Check all pipes and hoses for leaks. Install low-flow faucets, shower heads, and toilets. Install an energy-efficient washing machine. Conserve toilet flushes. Fill the dishwasher up all the way. Do 1 or 2 large loads of laundry instead of a handful of small loads. Use conservative practices while cooking. This includes things like thawing foods in the fridge instead of in water, boiling foods with as little water as possible, and filling the sink or a tub to scrub vegetables and fruits instead of running the faucet the entire time. Outdoor water. Outdoor water is the water used for things like watering gardens and grass, washing cars, and filling swimming pools. Here are some ways to conserve outdoor water. Check pipes and hoses for leaks. Install a gray water system to reuse indoor water for outdoor purposes. Install a rain barrel to collect rainwater for watering grass and gardens and washing cars, and you'll learn more about rain barrels later on. Frequently check pools and hot tubs for leaks. Use a pool or hot tub cover to prevent water evaporation. Only wash your car when you really need to. Avoid watering grass and gardens if it isn't necessary. Use rain barrel water or gray water for these things when possible. And plant native species that don't require excess water. Virtual water. Virtual water might be the hardest water use source to picture. It is the water that is hidden in the goods we use every day, like fabrics, food, and gasoline. Virtual water refers to the water that was used to make or harvest these goods. Here are some ways to conserve virtual water. Reduce meat consumption when possible. Feeding and watering animals takes a lot of water. The less meat you eat, the less water you use. Eat more forage-fed meat. Animals that are forage-fed or grass-fed eat grasses and hay that are naturally watered by rainwater. Animals that are grain-fed generally eat grains that may have been grown with excess water and fertilizer use. Use locally grown and harvested foods. Grow your own fruits and veggies. You can monitor your own personal usage of excess water this way. plan your meals ahead of time? This helps prevent using excess water when cooking and from buying food unnecessarily. Only buy food you know you will use instead of possibly waste. And here are some more ways to reduce virtual water use. Buy less new clothing and fewer new shoes. It takes about 10,000 liters of water to make about 2 pounds of cotton, which is the main material used in making textiles. Use your gasoline wisely. Drive an energy-efficient hybrid or electric car. Carpool or use public transit. The drilling and fracking practices used to get oil and gas use hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. Practice sustainable pet care. Make your own pet food. Meats and grains are used in pet food production, and large-scale meat and grain production uses hundreds of thousands of gallons of water. Reuse and buy fewer collars, harnesses, leads, and bowls. Buy reusable products. Almost all products need water for production. Limiting single-use product usage, especially single-use plastics, reduces water usage.